Hello, hi, welcome to the ninth part of the data structure video. In this video, we are going to discuss about sorting operation. Before we start with sorting operation, we'll try to understand what is actually sorting. On the screen, we'll concentrate. Sorting is the process of arranging the elements of a given array in some logical order. What is sorting? Sorting is the process of arranging the elements of a given array in some logical order. In some logical order means either it can be ascending order or it can be descending order. Okay. Okay, we'll continue. The different techniques used in sorting are insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort and heap sort. There are some other techniques are also there, but for our class, for PUC second year class, we are going to discuss about insertion sort. So now the question arises here, what is insertion sort? Okay, we'll see on the screen what is insertion sort. Okay. Insertion sort is based on the idea that one element compared with other element of the next location to find its correct position, that is the position to which it belongs in a sorted array. So, how it arranges the elements in the array? Just by comparing, we will compare the first value of the array with the next location, and depending on whether we are going to arrange it in ascending order or in descending order, we will see the value and then we will arrange its position. This is what we follow in the insertion sort. Insertion sort. Okay, we will see it once again. What is sorting? Sorting is the process of arranging the elements of a given array in some logical order. Then what are the different techniques used in sorting? The different techniques used in sorting are insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort and heap sort. Whereas we are going to concentrate on which sorting, which technique? We are going to concentrate on insertion sort. What is insertion sort? Insertion sort is based on the idea that one element compared with the other element of the next location to find its correct position, that is the position to which it belongs in the sorted array. We will see its algorithm, we will try to understand what actually this sorting is and how it works. We will see the algorithm on the screen. See here, step 1, start. Input size. Okay, we are going to imagine size here 5. You can see an array here, and first you concentrate here that what we are trying to do. We are trying to do here, we are trying to arrange the elements in ascending order. So here we are going to concentrate on the algorithm. The size is going to be 5. What is the size here? The array size is going to be 5 and we are going to input 5 elements. So please concentrate here. This step 3, we are going to input 5 elements. Okay, in this way we have discussed this part several times, that when I equal to 0, we are going to input a of 0, that is 50. When I equal to 1, we are going to input another element, that is 40. When I equal to 2, a of 2, we are going to input 30. When I equal to 3, we are going to input 20. When I equal to 4, we are going to input 10. We inputted an array for 5 elements and we inputted in such a manner that all the elements are in descending order. It is not mandatory that you have to put the elements in this way only. You can take some random values also. Remember this part. You can take some random values also. You can take first element as 38, second element as 20, third element as 15, fourth element as 48, like this. You can take some random elements also. We have to sort these elements. And for better understanding, I have taken these 5 values in descending order. Remember these values and its locations, because we have to arrange it in ascending order. We have to arrange it in ascending order, and then what result we are going to expect here? We are going to expect the output should be 10, 20, 30, 40, and then at last we are going to have 50. But in one loop it is not possible. In one step it is not possible. Then how this logic works? Here step 4 is actually a sorting technique. This is an algorithm for sorting, step 4. And step 5, let me tell you about this one initially only. This is output. This part is only output. We are going to print an output. You can observe here, for I equal to 0 to size minus 1, print A of I. And what output we are going to get here? We are going to get this output 10, then after that we are going to have 20, then after that we are going to have 30, and then after that we are going to have 40, and then after that we are going to have 50, like this. These 5 values we are going to have. Okay, then 6th step is going to be stop. But mainly we have to concentrate on which step? We are going to concentrate on 4th step. We will see it in the next slide. Okay, see, clearly I have given the 4th step. You can observe it. You can observe it. 4th step. What is 4th step? For I equal to 0 to size minus 1. I have started with one for loop where I value is 0. Then in the second step only, you can observe in the second step, which is highlighted in green color, for j equal to I plus 1, that means for sorting we are going to use 2 looping statements, and this is nesting of looping statements. If one looping statement appears in the another looping statement, then we are going to call it as nested looping statements, isn't it? Nested in the sense, if one looping statement appears in another looping statement, that means the first loop or the outer loop is I and the inner loop is j. Remember this part. Outer loop is I, it is counted with I, outer loop. Inner loop is j, it is counted with j. First inner loop is going to be finished. We have seen in the nested for loop, in the nested looping statements we have seen. First inner loop will be incremented and its value will be incremented up to size minus 1, and then later it will go to the outer looping statement for incrementation, isn't it? We'll concentrate here. We'll see the values. First you can observe here, we have an array. Initially what we have inputted, it's completely in descending order, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And where they are placed, you have to observe that one also. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. What is A of 0 value? It is 50. What is A of 1 value? It is 40. Okay, we'll come back to our algorithm. You try to concentrate on step 4 and for first 3 steps. Remember this part. We'll concentrate here on step 4 and first 3 steps. What is the first step here? I equal to 0 and it will run up to size minus 1. Size is 5. Size minus 1 is going to be 4. That means upper bound is going to be 4. Okay. It starts from 1 and it will be completed up to 4. Then in the second step, we are having j equal to I plus 1. What is I value? 0. What is I value? 0. Here you can, in the next box, you can observe here. If I value is 0, then what is j value? J value will be 1, because for I equal to, for j equal to I plus 1. Henceforth, you can observe in this step, a of I value is 0. Henceforth, a of 0 is equal to what? 50, isn't it? You can concentrate here. What is a of 0 value? It is 50. Fine. What about a of j? A of j value is 1. Remember this part. J value is 1 because I plus 1. Okay. If j value is 1, then a of 1 equal to how much? 40. Now the question arises, you have to concentrate on the step 3 here. This if a of I is greater than a of j, that is a of I is going to be 50 and a of j is going to be 40. 50 is greater than 40. Then what? Then if it is true, yes it is true, 50 is greater than 40, then swap the numbers. What you have to do? You have to swap the numbers. And how we are going to swap the numbers? These 3 steps here. Temp equal to a of I. Swapping the numbers, you might have studied in the first year. Swapping the numbers. First we are going to place a of 0 value in the temporary location. Then a of 1 value will be copied to a of 0, and then for a of 1, the a of 0 value which is placed in temp location is going to be copied to the a of j. That means these two numbers 50 and 40 are swapped. Swapped means their positions are interchanged. And how the output will be for the when I equal to 0 and j equal to 1. Remember this part. When I equal to 0 and j equal to 1, then what output we are going to get here? We are going to get this output. You can clearly observe here the two numbers are swapped here. Swapped means interchanged. Their positions are interchanged. In the first position we are going to have 50 here, but now it is swapped with 40. In the second position we are going to have 40, but now it is swapped with 50. Now what is a of 0 value? 40. What is a of 1 value? 50. Because we are trying to arrange the elements in ascending order, and in this technique what happens? Always the lowest value will come to the upper position. Remember this part. In ascending order sorting, always the lowest value or the lowest element always come to the upper position, and the highest value or the greater value element will go to the next location. It will go down. So this is what insertion sorting, as we have told in the definition. We'll compare the values and we'll find its position. This is what we have discussed in its definition. How we are going to work with insertion sort? First, we'll compare the values, and after comparing, we'll decide its position. This is when, remember, this is when I equal to 0 and j equal to 1. Now what happens? J value will be incremented. J value will be incremented. You can see in the next step here. You can observe here. See what happens now. I value remains 0. I value remains 0. What is j value? J value is going to be 2. Why? Because of this. Next j. See, first this is going to execute, not next I. Because j has to be completed. First inner loop has to be completed. Then only we can go and increment the outer loop. This is what we have studied in nesting of the looping statements. First inner loop has to complete its incrementations. Now j value has been incremented to 2. If j value is 2, then what is I value now? I value is 0. And before we proceed into its technique, we'll see what is array we are having. You can observe here, we have 40 and 50, isn't it? This is what array we are having now. 40 and 50, these are swapped. But now we are going to compare the first location with the second location, A of 0 with A of 2, and because J value is now what? 2. We can observe here, we will see. What is I value? I value is 0, henceforth A of 0 equal to what now? 40. See, its value is changed now. Previously it was 40, but after swapping we are going to have 40 in the 0th location. The first element is now 40. Okay. Now we are comparing with the A of 2, A of J, because J value is 2. What is A of 2 value? A of 2 value is how much? 30. You can observe here in this array. A of 2 value is how much? 30. Now comparison is between 40 and 30. Now the question is, 40 is greater than 30. Yes, 40 is greater than 30. True. Then what you have to do? Swap the numbers. This technique I already told. Swap the numbers here. Can you observe this? Swap the numbers. You have to interchange its positions. Then what happens here? Then what happens? The 30 will go to the 40th location and 40 will come here to the 30th location. And what will be the output for this? See, it will be like this, isn't it? Okay, we are going to see here. See, this is the output. What happens now? Now 30 has gone to the A of 0 and 40, which is stored in A of 0 before this step, now it has came to A of 2. You got this technique? The lowest value will go to the upper part. They are swapped, its locations are swapped. This is when we are going to have I value is going to be 0. Remember this part, I value is 0 and J value is 2. You have seen now 2 times. You have seen 2 loops now. When I equal to 0, J equal to 1, what happens? Then you have seen when I equal to 0 and J equal to 2, what happened now? Now you are having an array in this position. The first number is 30, the second number is 50, the third number is 40, then the fourth number is 20. Then the next comparison, can you expect between which numbers? Yes, it is between the 30 and 20, because now J value is going to be incremented to what now? J value is going to incremented to 3. You can observe here, the J value is going to be incremented to the 3 because of this next J. Next J, what happens now? The J value will be incremented to 3 and I value remains 0. Now before we go in depth, we can see here, what is A of 0? A of 0 is 30. What is A of 0? 30. What is A of 3? It is 20. Then the comparison is between 30 and 20. Then what happens? If 30 is greater than 20, then swap the numbers. Isn't it? This steps, 3 steps is going to be executed. Is it okay? You understood this step or not? Yes. Then what happens now? What will be the output here? And one correction here, before next J you have to add NDIF. You can add NDIF because if is going to end before next J, and then you are going to have next J. And what is the output here? How we are going to have here? Yes, this is output. In the first element you are going to have 20 and then A of 3 position you are going to have 30. We will see it in the next slide. Okay, this is when we are going to have I value is going to be 0 and what is J value? J value is going to be 3. Fine, we will go to the next slide. What happens here? See, this is a position now. At the top we are going to have 20. You can see this array. At the top we are going to have 20 And now you can see what is the next values, 50, 40, 30, and then we are going to have 10. What is j value now? Previously it was 3, isn't it? Previously it was 3, now it has been incremented to what? 4. What is I value? 0. What is a of 0? 20, because 20 has taken the top place now. Then what is a of 4? It is 10. Then the comparison is between what? 20 is greater than 10. Then what you have to do? Swap the numbers here. You can add NDIF here. Okay. Now you can observe the comparison is between 20 and 10. Then which number is greater? 20 is greater. If it is greater, then swap the numbers. Then what happens now? 10 comes here and 20 comes to the last position. So the output, see, there is a correction. 10 will come here and 20 will come here. We'll see in the next slide how will be its output. See, this is correct array. We got 10 in the first place. We got now the lowest element. We found the lowest among the 5 elements at the top position now. So we got its proper position. We had 5 values in the array. The values are 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Among these 5 values, concentrate here. Among these 5 values, which values? 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Which is the lowest value? 10. And now 10 has occupied A of 0th location. That is its correct position. This is the technique of insertion sort. Fine. Now what happens here? Now next I will come to the picture. Why? Because j has been incremented up to 4. Size minus 1 is going to be 4. Now inner loop is finished. After finishing the inner loop, what happens now? Next I will come to the picture. Next I will come to the picture. Previously I value is 0. Now 0 plus 1. Now 0 plus 1 is going to be how much? 1. Now what happens here? What is I value? You can concentrate. I value is going to be 1. If I value is going to be 1, then what happens? If I value is going to be 1, then j equal to I plus 1. Because of j equal to I plus 1, can you concentrate here? Isn't it? Because of j equal to I plus 1, what happens now? J value becomes 2. When a of 1 is 50, what is a of 1 now? See here. I am not talking about the first position, it is a second location, because first is now 10. What happens now? A of 1 is how much? A of 1 is 50. What about A of 2? It is 40. Then the comparison is between 50 and 40. Can you see here? We got the same position or not? I mean to say, when we started this array, we compared 50 and 40 for the first place and we swapped. The same is going to happen here now, because this is arranged in descending order and we are trying to sort it in what? Ascending order. If 50 is greater than 40, then what happens now? We are going to swap these things. Then what happens? 40 will come to the 50th position and 50 will come to the 40th position. Now what happens here? In the first place we have got 10. In the first place we have got 10. In the second position, see here, in the first position we are going to have 10. In the second position we are going to have 40 because it is swapped, and now in the third position we are going to have 50. But still it is not settled, isn't it? Now j is going to be incremented. J is going to be incremented. What happens now? J becomes 3. J becomes 3. I remains 1. Now the comparison is between what? 40 and 30. 40 and 30. What happens now? If we are going to compare 40 and 30, 40 is greater than 30. Yes, true. Then swap the numbers. Again you are going to execute these steps. If you are going to swap, then what output you are going to get here? The output may look this. See, what we are going to have here? First value is going to be 10. Yes, it is fixed. Its location is fixed. Now we got 30 here and now we got 40 here, swapped. Now next comparison is between 30 and 20. Now next comparison is between 30 and 20. You can observe here. Now next comparison is between 30 and 20. What we are going to have in A of 1 position, then A of 4 position. Now see here, you can observe when I equal to 1, j equal to what now? 4. What is j value now? 4. Then if 30 is greater than 20, because A of 1 is going to be 30, A of 4 is 20 now. Okay, you can observe here. A of 1 is how much? A of 1 is how much? 30. A of 4 is how much? It's going to be 20. Now you compare. If 30 is greater than 20, yes, it is true, then swap the numbers. If you swap the numbers, what is going to be output? Now you are going to get the second position correctly. First is 10, then the second value is how much? 20. We got only two values arranged. Now this loop will continue. Now I will get incremented. What happens now? Because j has finished now. J value became 4 now. And after 4, now what happens? It breaks. The inner loop breaks. After completion, outer loop will be incremented. Now what happens? I becomes 3. If I becomes 3, then j becomes what? 4. Isn't it? Sorry. Now I becomes 2. I becomes 2 because previously it was 1. Sorry. Previously it was 1. Now I becomes 2. If I becomes 2, then j becomes 3. Then what happens? 50 and 40. Can you see here? 2 and 3. 50 and 40 will be again compared. Then again swapped. Then 40 and 20, because after swapping what you are going to get? 40 and 20. 40 and here you are going to have 30 because here the sorted. See here you are going to have 30. Then what happens here? That 30 comes to the third position, that is A of 2. In this way, it will continue until it finishes. Got it now? In this way, it will continue because I have shown only 2 times, and for third, fourth, it will repeat the same way, and the array will get array elements will be get arranged in ascending order. I hope you understood this ascending order technique. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.